I have one case of a 48-year-old female with renal cell carcinoma. And it was at the point in her life, basically, that the oncologist had said, you know, there's something we can do for you, but really not very much, and the percentages of survival are pretty thin. And they'd given her several choices. And so I came in contact with this patient, and we put her on Immunocal aggressively, on Immunocal 2 packs 4 times a day. And we also did what we thought was important for her lifestyle changes. And I can say that from that time that we started, we began to see her energy return and her general feeling of well-being almost immediately improve. And then following that, over a period of years now, it's been several years, we have had CAT scan evidence of the primary metastatic sites to actually resolve with no other chemotherapy or irradiation, just on Immunocal and lifestyle, to resolve where now we have, and by the way, the metastasis went to the liver and the lungs and up the lymph nodes in the neck. And we've seen those diminish where all of the pulmonary nodules secondary to this metastasis in the lungs are gone. The major tumors in the liver are gone except one, and that's been shrinking. And all the adenopathy is resolved in the neck and the lymph nodes in the neck. So we've been excited about that, and of course she's been really excited about it, because from a person who had been given 7 weeks to 6 months to live, that's been several years ago now, she's still going strong and enjoying life. So those are the kind of things that we've seen with Immunocal.
20 years ago, there was maybe a handful of articles done on glutathione. In the last couple of years, there are over 35,000 articles written on glutathione. And the potential clinical applications are immense. There's a huge amount of work done in the field of infectious disease, including AIDS, including hepatitis. There's a very, very active teams looking at glutathione modulation in cancer therapy, in the prevention of the side effects of chemotherapy, and even simple things like what glutathione does to the healthy person. There's a lot of research done on athletic people and the average person on how to avoid getting old, what we call anti-aging medicine. One question I get a lot of the times is what effect it'll have on pregnant or lactating women. In fact, I promote raising glutathione very strongly in pregnant and lactating women.
About a year ago, I was diagnosed with hepatitis C, and the doctors were going to have to put me on some chemicals, really strong chemicals, because my liver had been damaged so greatly. So 8 months ago, I started using Immunocal to combat the side effects and also to help with my energy level, because I didn't have any energy. And sure enough, my energy level went up and the side effects were diminished greatly. And now they can't even detect the virus in my body, and also my liver is rejuvenating itself.
So I took this product for 4 months, and I got amazing result. For the first time after 3 years, I passed to high level of risk to low level of risk. And 2 months later, I went to completely cured from this severe dysplasia. This was really amazing for me, and it was great news that without changing anything in my life, just using Immunocal, I could get those good results.
I began to take 2 packets a day of Immunocal because of my condition. An amazing thing happened when I started back on the chemotherapy. I had absolutely no side effects, and this was just unbelievable to me. And so I decided, well, this has to be because of the product, because this is the only different thing that I was doing. I can tell you this, Immunocal is a product that I will take for the rest of my life.
I first heard about Immunocal in November of last year. Started taking it immediately. I felt that anything that could help improve my wellness was worth a try. The immediate response from me was a tremendous surge in just energy and being able to work completely through a day without feeling that afternoon drag. I run a busy schedule. I work for a national corporation in sales on a full-time basis, and I have a television show that airs 13 weeks out of the year. It's a full 30-minute show. Keeps me very busy on weekends, vacation days, And I literally have worked through the entire flu and cold season without getting sick once. And for me, that's just extraordinary. I never have that happen. So I have heard of Immunocal. I'm a believer in Immunocal, and I don't see any reason to stop taking it. It's just done wonders for me in the last 5 months.
My husband and I are very grateful to have learned about Immunocal. As a grandmother, I know better than anyone how valuable it is to be able to keep up with my 3 grandchildren and to have the energy to do the things that I really enjoy. I enjoy rollerblading and aerobics. I go to a kickboxing class. And I feel as I've gotten older, I'm able to maintain the same energy I had as a younger person.
I can certainly attest to that. In fact, we both take the product daily. And I'm convinced, because I do, that I'm able at the corporate marketplace to have a better sense of well-being, have an edge even on those around me because of Immunocal.
And as far as we're concerned, this is a product we'll use for life.
6 months using this product, I feel great. Energy level, always had high energy, but the thing that I've noticed is that I hadn't caught a cold. I've been around people who had flu symptoms and so forth, who had the flu, my wife, and I seem to have been immune from their germs. In the morning, it's a routine for me. It's like a part of my life now. I get up, I have my little blender, have my breakfast, mix it in my blender before I go. It's like putting on my shoes or tying my shoes. It's something a part of my everyday life that I do now with Immunocal.
I have 6 grandchildren, all taking Immunocal, as well as my, four children all on Immunocal. My little youngest, well, not youngest now because we just had a baby born last Saturday, but the youngest, 3.5 years of age, she has never been on antibiotics and never really had a serious infection, and she's been on Immunocal for 3 years. So you can see why I'm so dedicated to providing the body what it needs for its immune system to function correctly.
Immunocal is quickly mixed with your favorite beverage in a special blender. Who uses Immunocal? Men, women, and children of all ages can benefit from this incredible new product.
Although by definition, anybody over the age of 65 is going to be between 20 and 40% glutathione deficient, this deficiency starts even when we're 35 or 40 years old. Younger people than 40 years old, people with hepatitis, people with AIDS, people with multiple sclerosis are going to be glutathione deficient. I think in the future you're going to be seeing things like chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia being defined as glutathione deficient states.
Because glutathione recycles the other antioxidants in the body, it's very important to include these antioxidants either in your diet or through supplementation. And that's why Immunotec Research developed the Cofactor multivitamin and mineral supplement. This will help the Immunocal be even more efficient. We'd like to thank you for being with us today. If you share the same excitement that we do for Immunocal, contact the person who gave you this video. They'll be able to answer any additional questions you may have, and they'll be able to help you get started on the road to better health. For Immunotec Research, I'm James Spencer.